Sorry. Good morning. Oh, oh, oh. Sahanavavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavakai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sada Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudirayet. Yesterday we read up to this nature of knowledge. Does anybody want to go over anything? I think we have to read Arjuna's confusion about knowledge and karma. Okay.
Can you speak about yesterday's session a little bit?
Yeah, we talked about the topic of karma, right? What karma is, it's only the action done. It's more basically the introduction of karma, what is karma, and why Arjuna had the question. As far as long as, sorry, so far, Bhagavan Krishna is telling him about Atma, and after that, about the knowledge is the one give him the moksha, the freedom from the samsara. So, if that is so, he says, get up and fight. So why he's saying that and then having to do this karma, especially this horrible karma, he thinks, like killing people and all that. So he felt he didn't want to blame Bhagavan Krishna, he's confusing him, but uh, he says as though uh, like seemingly he said this karma yoga, sorry, the knowledge is better than this karma. So it's my perception that I didn't understand which is better to attain Shreyas. So what is better for him? So that is the reason this question started, the chapter 3 started. Right? So, yeah. And then, so there was explanation about all those, verses where he um, he explained to him, right? All that was read yesterday, but if you want me to read again, you can go over it. But I can only I don't remember every line of it, but
No problem. You can continue now.
yeah, yeah.
Next
Just
question.
yeah. So the first verse basically asking um, if Janardana meaning that it's a name for the Lord, which means one upholds the law of karma by giving the fruits of wrong action to the performer of the action. So that's a name. Appropriately he addressed wrong karma results in pain, dukkha, either immediately or later. So he asks, "Oh Janardana, that your contention is that the knowledge is better than action. Why then do you impel me into this gruesome action, O Kesava?" So that was the first sloka that we read. And because of his question, the second one is also kind of following only with this ya ya mishrenev vakyena buddhim yash mogayashiva me tadekam vada nichitya yena shreyo hamapniyam. So here, with words that are seemingly contradictory, you appear to be confusing my mind. So this how politely he puts it, seemingly contradictory. That word is here, Iva. Yeah, Iva is seemingly. So with words that are seemingly contradictory, you appear to be confusing my mind. Having decided which is better, tell me the one thing by which I shall gain liberation. So here, since he brought this up, there was in this particular one, we talked about why it was confusing to him and how nicely he was asking and all that. And then here, moksha is not produced by karma. So it's the karma is a, is something that can be produced, meaning that karmas it causes four types of results can be produced by karma. So if you're doing one action, it can result in four different results, the result of action. So that one we explained yesterday, that one is something can be created by you, something can be created already which you need to modify or need to be destroyed by you, or something can be cleansed or purified by you. That is the third one. And a place there that is already there can be reached. That's the fourth one. So that's the four different result of action. Like why we should karma yoga is like here, this third one is what is needed to be remembered here, like in the sense something can be cleansed and purified by you. So we want to purify our mind to attain this knowledge. So that is where this information is about the karma, that he is explaining that. So, and having these four types of results, where you cannot fit your atma into this, the atma cannot be produced. It is there by itself, so it's not objectifiable to uh, cleanse and purify and all that kind of stuff, or it can be reached. So it's not outside of you to reach, it's inside of you. So it is there already. You just have to realize it. So that is what we went over yesterday on this part of the initial part of the second verse. And then the nature of the knowledge. Knowledge means it's a truth, right? It's a whatever it is, that it is as it is. So we are not going to change it. That's a knowledge. The truth is truth, untruth is untruth. So the mithya is mithya, satya is satya, like that. So that's a jnana. So I'll read this nature of knowledge. From here we can go on. The nature of knowledge. Knowledge is not something that is produced and is therefore different from karma. The knowledge is not something that is produced and is therefore different from karma. Knowledge is knowing things as they are. Yeah. Knowledge is knowing things as they are. To know that an unclean object is unclean or that a clean object is clean is knowledge, jnana. To know an untruth as untruth or a truth as truth is also jnana. To know the real satya as satya is jnana, and to know the unreal mithya as mithya is also jnana. Because knowledge is as true as the object, it is not dependent upon your will. I mean, we read this in somewhere, I think, some other verse where, the child of unborn women, like who cannot bear child, right? So that doesn't exist. The same like the man's horn, like, oh, the man doesn't have horn. So that is the truth. So they don't exist. The whatever doesn't exist also the truth. So that's what this unreal mithya and all that stuff. So anyway, going back to this, because knowledge is as true as the object, because knowledge is as true as the object, it is not dependent upon your will. I cannot decide that this is how knowledge should be. I can only see the object as it is. Nor can knowledge be modified by my will. The will can set you up to pursue knowledge, but it cannot interfere in the perception of an object. This being the case, jnana and karma are two entirely different things. Arjuna wanted Krishna to tell him whether knowledge or karma would liberate him. Tell me whether I will gain Shreyas by karma or by knowledge. Tell me which one will do it. Do not tell me that knowledge is all right and karma is also all right and that I can go this way or that way. So he wants specifically wanting to tell whether he will gain Shreyas by karma or by knowledge. So suppose you go to one teacher who tells you that you should perform karma. Then you decide to go to another teacher for a second opinion, just as you might if a doctor you have consulted recommends surgery. The second teacher may say, "What karma? You should do yoga." Yet another teacher might say you must pursue knowledge. It is to be expected that if you go to three different teachers, each one may give you a different set of instructions. You then have to find out for yourself which of the three is proper, which teacher is right. There may be a fourth person who is right. It is also understandable that the same teacher may give different advice to different students. One student may ask, "Should I marry or not?" and be told that he or she should marry. Another student may be told not to marry because he or she does not know how to take care of himself or herself. The person is already a dukhi and risk making another person a dukhi also by marrying prematurely. Thus, a teacher may advise his or her students differently. Arjuna's confusion about knowledge and karma. In the Gita, there are only two people involved: Krishna, the teacher, and Arjuna, the student. It seemed to Arjuna that Krishna was saying, it seemed to Arjuna that Krishna was saying, knowledge liberates, therefore do karma. Only one student was involved here, Arjuna. It looked as if he was being told knowledge is okay and karma yoga is okay. Arjuna was therefore understandably confused by Krishna's seemingly contradictory words. There was a similar situation in the epic Ramayana between Prahasta and Ravana. Ravana had kidnapped Rama's wife Sita. This was probably the first kidnapping ever reported and was definitely a federal case. Rama, who was the king, took the case into his own hands. When negotiations for Sita's return were unsuccessful, Rama declared war on Ravana. Ravana had a minister, Prahasta. Summoning him, Ravana asked Prahasta, "What do you think? Should I give Sita back to Rama? I think we are inviting trouble by keeping her here." To which Prahasta replied, "Yes, Maharaj, you should give her back because we are definitely inviting danger by doing otherwise. We will all be destroyed." Hearing this, Ravana became very angry and said, "Are you saying that we will be destroyed by this Rama, a mere mortal, an ordinary human being? Are you telling me, Ravana, who has 10 heads and great powers, that this puny little Rama is going to destroy me?" "Never, Maharaj, never," Rahasta replied. "Rama is a nobody. He has only 2 hands and 2 legs. With his bow and arrows, what can possibly do to you?" Then Ravana said, "But I am told that this Rama is not an ordinary mortal." Prahasta's reply came promptly. He said, "Maharaj, do you know what I have heard about this Rama? They say that he is an avatara, an incarnation of the Lord himself, and not an ordinary mortal." Growing even angrier, Ravana asked, "Do you think that Rama and Lakshmana with these monkeys can beat us? We can beat anybody. When I am the Lord of the 3 worlds, are you saying that these two are going to destroy me?" "Never, Maharaj," Prahasta replied. "How can these two fellows with their monkeys do anything to you?" Ravana then said, "But I am told that the monkey Hanuman is a very powerful fellow." "Maharaj, there is not only one Hanuman," Prasad responded. "There are thousands of monkeys. Some of them are as great as Hanuman. There are so many of them that if they all come here, we are done for." Then Ravana asked, "Are we afraid of monkeys?" "What?" Maharaj exclaimed Prahasta. "Of course we are not afraid of monkeys. Varuna, the god of water, comes and waters our gardens. The god of air, Vayu, comes and sweeps our floors. Why should we be afraid of these monkeys? It would seem the Prahasta had read a book equivalent to How to Win Friends and Influence People. The advantage of being a Prahasta is that in every cabinet reshuffle, his name will his name always appears on the top of the list because he says yes to everything. So this is the is this a way to handle people? Arjuna's confusion about knowledge and karma. So that's what we read. So why he was confused. Even though this whole paragraph, okay, we'll go back and do the Manana later, if that's okay with you guys. Um, just keep in mind with those, when I read the heading, uh, Arjuna's confusion about knowledge and the karma. We talked about example about Ravana and Rama and how he's talking to his minister Pragastha. A teacher answers questions. A teacher answers questions. So Arjuna had the doubt. Now a teacher answering the question. Such pleasantries may be acceptable to those who are anxious to maintain a position. But in Arjuna's case, the relationship was one of teacher and student. I am your student, Arjuna had told Krishna. A teacher should not be afraid to tell a student what is true and what is not true. If a teacher does not tell you what is true, who else is going to do it? Arjuna wanted Krishna to tell him what was true and not true. Therefore, he was not looking for pleasantries. So, Arjuna wanted Krishna to tell him what was true and not true. Therefore, he was not looking for pleasantries. He wanted to be told what was the one thing that would give him moksha and did not want to hear about anything in between. He did not want to be told that karma is good and knowledge is also good because he did not see it that way, even though it looked as though this was what Krishna was saying. Arjuna was as though saying to Krishna, from your own words, I understand that knowledge liberates and karma binds. Why then do you want me to be bound to this karma? Every karma I perform only makes the knot more complicated. If I am to resolve this knot, this tie to samsara, a life of limitation, for which I need and want moksha, then I need to pursue knowledge. But you are asking me to act. Therefore, you must have something in mind. Please tell me what it is because I do not understand. This, then, was the thinking behind Arjuna's question, which was really a doubt. Krishna answered him in the next verse. So, your first question was about the confusion about knowledge and karma. Arjuna had the confusion. Now the teacher answered the question. And yet that answer is coming in the next verse. So, is this second verse, does anybody want anything to be read again before we uh, do Manana, or we can go on to review this thing? Okay. Probably what I should do is I'll read the third verse, then we'll leave last 15 minutes for the Manana. Shri Bhagawanuvacha Lokesmin Dvivida Nishta Pura Prakta Maya Naga Maya Naga Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. Sri Bhagavan, the Lord, Uvacha said, Anaga, O sinless one, Mayanaga, Mayanaga, Anaga, O sinless one, Asmin, in this, Loke, world, Dvi, Dvivida, 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 Dvivida,
Dvita.
yeah, Dvivida, twofold, twofold, Dvivida. Nishta, committed lifestyles. Pura, in the beginning. Maya, by me. Maya, by me. Prakta was told. Prakta was told. Jnana yogena. Jnana yogena. Jnana yogena in the form of the pursuit of knowledge. Jnana yogena is in the form of pursuit of knowledge. Shankyanam for the renunciates. So for the renunciates, it's a form of pursuit of the knowledge. Karma yogena in the form of pursuit of action. Yoginam for those who pursue activity. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anaga Asmin Loke Dvivida Nishta Pura Maya Prakta Jnana Yogena Shankyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. Sri Bhagavan said, O sinless one, the twofold committed lifestyle in this world was told by me in the beginning, the pursuit of knowledge for the renunciates and the pursuit of action for those who pursue activity. So Bhagavan is saying to sinless one. So he names Arjuna sinless one. The twofold committed lifestyle in this world was told by me. So he says in the beginning itself, the pursuit of knowledge for the renunciates and the pursuit of action for those who pursue activity. Krishna was not talking here as Mr. Krishna, who was born on a given day at a given time, but as Ishvara, the Lord. Throughout the Gita, Krishna talks as the Lord, except in one or two places where he said to Arjuna, "You are my friend." In fact, anyone who understands the nature of Ishvara can talk as an avatara, as Ishvara incarnate, just as Vyasa had Krishna do in the Mahabharata. Just as Vyasa had Krishna do in the Mahabharata. In the 4th chapter of the Gita, Krishna himself talked about what an avatara is, as we shall see later. So in the 4th chapter of the Gita, he himself talked about what an avatara is, as we shall see later. So we here we have to say not just anyone else like Krishna, here to understand it's by the Lord Avatara. Here in this verse, here in this verse, Krishna said that in the Veda, the twofold Nishta was expounded by him. Nishta means committed lifestyle. Okay, Nishta means committed lifestyle. For example, a person who is committed to the practice of japa, chanting the Lord's name, is called japa nishta. And when performing austerities, tapas, as the emphasis in one's life, the person is called taponishta. Taponishta. One for whom the pursuit of Brahman is the Nishta is called Brahmanishta and Jnananishta. One whose commitment is to knowledge. So Jnananishta is one whose commitment to knowledge. So the Nishta is a type of lifestyle. So they kind of gave example of Japanishta, Taponishta, Brahmanishta and Jnananishta. In this verse, Krishna said that one of the nishtas of lifestyles he revealed to the world in the beginning is for the Sankhyas, the sannyasis, and is in the form of Jnana Yoga, meaning that knowledge is the means. Knowledge is the means for the Jnana Yogi who is a sannyasi because he has no karma to do other than the pursuit of knowledge in order to gain moksha. The other Nishta, Karma Yoga, he revealed to the world in the beginning is for everyone else, Karma Yogis. So I'll read this last line again. The other Nishta, Karma Yoga, he revealed to the world in the beginning is for everyone else, Karma Yogis. Krishna then revealed the twofold Nishta to Arjuna. The word Sankhya means knowledge and is also used in the Gita by Lord Krishna to mean sannyasa, the life of renunciation. Those who are committed to knowledge are called Sankhyas. So, those who are committed to knowledge are called Sankhya's. There's a footnote. Okay, that's in Sanskrit, so I cannot read this. Does anyone want to read this line here? Balaji, maybe you can read. Or Savita, Dr. Savita. If not, I'll go.
Yeah.
Uh,
सम्यक् ख्यायते सा वैदिकी सम्यक् बुद्धिः संख्या तया प्रकाश्यत्वेन सम्बन्धितत्वं सांख्यम् तद्विषया बुद्धिः सांख्यबुद्धिः सा सांख्यबुद्धिः येषां ज्ञानिनाम् उचिता भवति ते सांख्याः.
I didn't get it, but then, maybe.
Samyak means very nice. Samyak khyayate sa vaidiki samyak buddhihi sankhya. Taya prakashyattvena sabandhi tattvam sankhyam. Tad vishaya buddhihi sankhya buddhihi. Sa sankhya buddhihi yesham jnaninam uchita bhavati te sankhyaha.
So for sannyasis, this knowledge.
You read that Sankhya's definition in English, no? Can you
Right.
read that again?
Yeah.
That is the only meaning of this shloka.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So, wait, where was I? Okay. The Sankhyas, so here only, those who are committed to knowledge are called Sankhyas, and the knowledge that is unfolded so clearly by all the Upanishads. Okay, the knowledge that is unfolded so clearly by all the Upanishads, the subject matter referred to as Vedanta is called Sankhya. The subject matter referred to as Vedanta is called Sankhya. The only topic that Vedanta deals with is Atma is Brahman. So all Upanishads talk about that Atma is Brahman. Therefore, Sankhya means Brahman, and what is unfolded by the Vedas, by the Vedanta, is called Sankhya Brahma. So, end of Vedas is Vedanta, right? That Vedanta reveals about Atma is Brahman. That's only that knowledge. It's called Sankhya Brahma. Because the knowledge of Brahman is called Sankhya, so because the knowledge of Brahman is called Sankhya, and those who pursue that knowledge are also called Sankhyas. The knowledge of Brahman also called Sankhya, and who pursue that knowledge called Sankhyas. We find in the Gita that the word is also used as a synonym for sannyasa, the lifestyle of renunciation in which the knowledge alone is pursued. Okay, so it is also synonymous with sannyasa, who pursues the lifestyle of renunciation, who pursue only knowledge. Because Arjuna wanted Shreyas, moksha, Krishna told him about this twofold nishta. So it's called Nishtha or Nishtha? Nishtha, right?
It is Nishtha. It is Mahaprana. The
Okay.
Tha is Mahaprana. So
Or
Nishtha.
Nishtha, because it's in English, I couldn't tell which tha it is. Okay.
Yeah, it has
This
that
is,
STHA.
oh,
Nistha. Nishtha. Tha.
okay. Nishtha. Okay. It's not tha, right? It's the ta, ta, tahara,
Yeah,
right?
there is a difference. Yeah, that
Right.
Tha is different. This
Yeah.
is Tha. Tha.
Because of the dot on the bottom says ta.
Yeah.
Okay. This twofold nishtha. Okay. Moksha is clearly the end in view, and the nishtha is the means to this end. Okay. Moksha is clearly the end in view, and the nishtha is the means to this end. The nishtha is twofold because there are two different groups of people. Okay, again, they talk about twofold. One group is called karma yogis or just yogis and includes everyone who does not live a life of renunciation. For these people, there is karma yoga, whereas for the sannyasi, there is jnana yoga. These two styles are in accordance with the four stages of life found in the Vedic culture. So it goes along with the four stages of life found in the Vedic culture. The first stage is called Brahmacharya Ashrama. Okay, the first stage is called Brahmacharya Ashrama, wherein the person lives a studious life with learning as the main focus. The Brahmacharya Ashrama prepares one for the next ashrama, and the Grahastha Ashrama or marriage. So the Brahmacharya ashrama prepares one for the next ashrama, the Grahastha ashrama or marriage. In Chandogya Upanishad, we read that Sweta Ketu spent 12 years in the Gurukula, which he joined when he was 12 years old. So the first 24 years of one's life is the first stage of Brahmacharya ashrama. The second stage of life, Grihastha Ashrama, where being a householder and raising a family is the primary focus, prepares one for the third stage called Vanaprastha Ashrama. In this stage, a person remains married, but husband and wife live as friends rather than as a married couple. The person continues to perform the various rituals enjoined by the Veda for the householders, but withdraws from worldly activities and lives a contented life. The Vanaprastha ashrama prepares one for the fourth and final stage of life, sannyasa, the life of renunciation. Sannyasa is the best retirement plan there is because you do not require money for it. You simply renounce whatever you have. Renunciation is possible at any stage. Arjuna, who was in the Grahastha ashrama, wanted to renounce. He did not want to go through the intermediary stage as a vanaprastha. To remain as he was meant that he would have to remain a grahastha for a length of time and then take permission from his wife to move on to the vanaprastha ashrama, none of which would be easy, nor was it necessary to do so, for the day a person wants to get out of any of the first three ashramas. It can be done when one discovers the readiness, the dispassion in oneself. On that very day, one can take sannyasa. There is a Vedic sanction for it. The sannyasa ashrama is the stage in life where one is absolved from performing all karma. One is freed from all duties in order to pursue knowledge. This pursuit is all that is to be done. Therefore, the person must already be a jnani or want nothing but knowledge. So, therefore, the person must already be a jnani or want nothing but knowledge. So, that is the sannyasa ashrama. So, you have to really be prepared for it to become that sannyasi. So, types of sannyasa, I think it's about 6:44. Let me see. I think I won't be able to finish this today. So there is lot of thing in this particular verse, right? We want to talk about sannyasa, choice of lifestyle. One second, I want to see how many pages? 403. As we read before, they go into very detailed thing about the lifestyle, the uh, jnana yoga and the karma yoga as a type of lifestyle, and then sannyasa, the types of sannyasa and etc. comes up. So, should we do this manana for now, like second and third verse so far we read? Yeah.
There
So,
was one sentence about the brahmacharya, whatever we have learned in a brahmacharya ashram is the basis for what? Can you remember that? Is the
yeah,
basis for what?
it kind of prepares you to move on to
Karma
the
yoga. Okay, okay. Got it.
no. It's the next ashrama, like grahastha ashrama.
Rasta ashram.
So you have each ashrama like kind of prepares as you go along. That's the the first stage of our life is we are studying. That that is the brahmacharya ashrama prepares one for the next ashrama, the grahastha ashrama or marriage. But brahmacharya ashrama is wherein the person lives a studious life with the learning as the main focus. So when you are in that stage, first stage, our focus is learning. Like here could be Vedanta or Vedic, like, in terms of that. Uh, sorry, the fundamental things, to when you're a student, acquire that knowledge. They gave example of Svetaketu who spent 12 years in Gurukula. That means when he went to Gurukula when he was 12 years old, that means the first 24 years of his life was the first stage of Brahmacharya ashrama. So he kind of goes on to Grahastha ashrama, Vanaprastha ashrama, and the last one is the sannyas ashrama. So if you're going back to this lowercase min Dvivida, that Nishtha, Dvivida Nishtha is a two lifestyle, Pura Prakta Mayanaga. So he's telling to Arjuna, Jnana Yogina Sankyanam. Sankyanam, like we read the definition, right? Sankhya is meaning knowledge. Sankhyas, like the person who pursue the knowledge, they are called Sankyas. It also synonymous with the word sannyasa. So sannyas is the one who pursue the knowledge, who renunciate all the karma. So that's where that become jnana yogena shankyana. So people who are other than sannyasis, all the other people are to follow this karma yoga or the karma. Karma yogena yogina. For all the others, They pursue the action. So when the second chapter we read lot of Bhagavan Uvacha, but here again when they say Bhagavan Uvacha, meaning it's not like any Krishna, it's like really the Lord incarnate or Ishvara, however you want to name him, he is the one who spoke. So that gives the validity for this information, right? Who talks about all these things. And how he explained to Arjuna, and also it's all for us to follow as well. So he gives the two types of nishtha, twofold nishtha, the dvivida. Dvivida nishtha. So that one, we kind of went over that, and Jnana
Three
Yoga.
nishtha, Dr. Mara.
Huh?
Three types of nishtha: Jnana nishtha, Tapo nishtha, Japa nishtha.
No,
The
anything,
committed,
yeah, they just, nishtha is meaning like lifestyle, like anything,
yeah,
but
committed lifestyle. Yeah,
like, yeah, so anything that you can say that word, taponishta means people who are doing tapas, and then japanishta, like brahmanishta, jnananishta. But here they're specifically talking about um, the twofold nishta was expounded by him, meaning uh, I think the sannyasa and the karma yoga, that is what he was trying to say here when they say twofold. But
very
then,
true, very
yeah,
true.
yeah,
Sankhya and yeah,
karma yoga, right? So that's what.
yes, yes.
So the one of the nishtas or lifestyle he revealed to the world was the sankhya, that was sannyasis, and then the other one was that who attained by pursuing the knowledge they attain moksha. But then the other people who other nishta is karma yoga, he revealed to the world in the beginning for everyone else they are karma yogis. So that is what we need to remember here. So what Bhagavan is saying to what to follow, I mean what is karma yoga, that so they are trying to explain what sannyasa is, because Arjuna thinks pursuing knowledge, because he wants very specific answer, right? Like, okay, what do I follow to get my Shreyas? But he couldn't just answer that question to him because he's not ready for it. So that is why Bhagavan, as a teacher, he tried to see what the student is capable of, right? So he has action at hand, like he is in the battlefield, he needs to establish that dharma by fighting. So he's telling, get up and fight. But at the same time, Arjuna doesn't understand at this point, and seemingly like he got confused because he tried to explain the knowledge only gains the moksha. So that point again and again they bringing it up. So he extensively explaining what sannyasa is in this, at least in the commentary, uh, because that's why we're going to read a lot about what sarvakarma sannyasa, this sannyasa, Vidvat sannyasa, and all that stuff in the later part. But in the initial, the gist of this sloka is this. So they talk about the knowledge. What is the knowledge? Like knowledge is Atma is Brahman. So that knowledge is, where is that means of knowledge come from? That pramana is from that Vedanta. So all the Upanishad talks about the Atma is Brahman. So that is unfolded there, and Brahma. The knowledge of Brahman is called Sankhya, and who follows them, they that pursuit of that knowledge, the people are called Sankhyas in the sannyasa lifestyle. So that's where it explained in detail in these paragraphs here. And then why we came across this ashrama, meaning the karma yoga, when you're coming to the karma yoga, that they don't live a life of renunciation. So you cannot go straight into um, sannyasi. Um, for these people, there is karma yoga, whereas for sannyasi there is jnana yoga. These two styles are in accordance with the 4 stages of life found in the Vedic culture. So how they are trying to explain anybody can enter into sannyasa, it sounds like no. When maybe brahmacharya life, from there you can go to sannyasa, but if they are in grahastha life or in vanaprastha, there you have to have that uh, dispassion and all that. Apart from all that kind of stuff, you have to be given permission by that family member, wife or the spouse, to attend that sannyasa. So that's where this 4 ashramas being explained here. So just because, so like in this case, in Arjuna's case, he is married, he has children, so he is in Grahastha ashrama right now. So can he just because he want to pursue knowledge, can he become a sannyasi right away? He is asking that question, right? So this is the reason. This, I think, this all this information is given here, like in terms of commentary for us to understand as well. Why didn't he become sannyasi right away? Even if he becomes sannyasi, he won't be able to continue if we are not ready and dispassion in oneself on that, uh, he cannot, uh, he had to give up everything before he becomes sannyasi, right? When he's do, then he can't go back again. In his case, like even with Dr. Brahmaram brought it up many times in the Gita, where he says he understood clearly in the 18th chapter. After that, he goes into the war, and when he lost his son, he had that rasa, that attachment, made him angry, and tried to fight that other person who killed him. He want to take revenge at him. So it's not easy. So you really have to have all the senses and mind and body control and everything before we go and moving on to the sannyasi stage. So that's where this karma yoga is helping for us to purify that mind and neutralize all the raga dveshas and get the senses under control, purify the mind, and then we'll be ready for this knowledge. Anyway, so far that's what I think. And please share your thoughts as well. In a few more minutes we have. What do you guys think? Revising this again and again, you feel better, like we are understanding better, right? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, right. Thank you, guys. Lavlin, Dr. Gupta, and I'm not sure who is the Zoom user is.
Me,
Uh,
Sarla.
Oh, Sarala, sorry. Sarala ji, all of them saying yes. I feel it, like it's you get a better understanding, of course, our skill, like in terms of summarizing it, yet to happen. um, but at least we trying to understand when they given this all this information for 2 lines of the verse, and the meaning we already read the tatparyam, but to really understand this, how much uh, this Swamiji has done a great job of given an English commentary for us to read, mm, and then correlate those things. At least each uh, information is why it has to be there. Is there a plan for anybody to read who will be reading tomorrow? Dr. Brahmara said he cannot be there for a few days. So whoever is reading probably can start from this page, or if you want to read from the beginning, also fine. Third verse. I'm going to close in. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Jai Gurudev. Let me close this place. sharing already gone. Let me see. If I had to screen the video for that, mm, 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 mm. 1 second, I had to share this video. Mm, 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 mm.
Meditation is accepting this moment, living every moment totally with depth.
You can hear me?
Let us keep our spine erect.
Yes,
Yeah,
Didi.
yeah. The meditation is
And
playing, Dr. Mara.
Okay.
Dhanyavad.
Okay.
slow. Relax your shoulders. Keep a big smile on your face. You're sitting like the statue of Buddha, very serene and with a serene smile on your face. Relax your body. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your chest region, throat and chest region. You notice some tension in the body, just let it be. Except those parts of the body where you feel a tension. The other parts are in comfort. Other parts are at peace. Become aware of that also. There are many good things about you and inside of you. Acknowledge them. They will never leave you. And the negative aspect you may see in you is never going to stay with you forever. They are guests for some time. Let them be. Sit with the total acceptance of yourself the way you are at this very moment. Total acceptance of what is now here will lead us to deeper meditation. Let go of all the Let go of all your efforts and be and slowly and gradually become aware of body and soul and your mind. Gently
என்னடி உனக்கு என்ன ஒண்ணு என்ன செய்யுங்க என்ன இப்போ சாரி ஜெய் குட் டே